I'm Coach Bob Reublin. Fortunately, I'm the guy that runs this show. Or you could put it another way. Uh, Maybe you'll get away without me here, you know. But anyway, going on. We are part of a family at Sandusky, and that was proven over and over and over again. And we were a family because the coaches, the players, the parents, administrators, family, all worked together with kids. And we were a family and still are. The coaches that these kids were exposed to along the way is amazing. Look at it. Ben Wilson, Earl Bruce, Bob Seaman, unfortunately me, and then on, Gene Kidwell. All those people had assistants that were just fantastic. The ones that we had here, one especially I remember, Milan Volotich, who has passed away. Milan was one of the best friends I ever had and went on to many, many great adventures in college coaching. All these people were part of trying to teach you to be the best that you could be. And I think you were the best that you could be. That stands true for what you've done now, what you did in your work career, and where you are at this point. A best example of this is Vic Malinowski. Vic started out as a 135-pound football player in the grade school program. He was a quarterback. Didn't play much, but he stayed with the team, took his lumps, worked to get better. Finally, after a period of time, he moved up a little bit in grade school, was a backup quarterback. And then finally somebody said, you know what, maybe this kid could play defense for us, so let's try him there. Boy, was he a brilliant guy. No, he stumbled on something pretty doggone good. Vic became the #1 defensive football player in the state of Ohio, an All-American football player at Sandusky, went on to college at Indiana University. And from there then he took a career in the medical field in eyes, and he actually went out in the business and then came back to Indiana as the head of the department, teaching people the proper techniques for eye care. Also, look at Willie Amison. Willie went to Kansas. Lo and behold, Willie became a principal, a superintendent, a member of the State Department of Education. Mike Nath. Mike went to Ivy League schools. He went to Dartmouth. Very few that we've sent out that way. He had somewhere over 1,300, I believe, on the SAT as far as score is concerned. So he's an outstanding student and was very successful in business. Whatever you do, do the best that you can be. Be #1 for yourself. The last story I want to tell is one about Sandusky, and in those days, we voted on who was the best team in the state of Ohio. The coaches did. We didn't play for the championship, which is a much better method. Going into the last game of the season, we were #1 in the state by a comfortable margin. We ended up playing Mansfield High School and beating them pretty badly. So I got my card and I voted for it, and I voted for us #1, and I put one of the other teams #2 and one of the other teams #3, and thought nothing more about it. I wanted to be fair and square. Well, the next 2 days the results came out, and lo and behold, we were #3. How do we get to be #3? And it so happens it's just the number of points involved in being a second and a third on a ballot. Well, I figured it out pretty quick. Those other two coaches and teams did not put us on their ballot at all. That's how we went from number 1 to number 3. But in my heart, and you all know in your heart, we were by far the best team in the state of Ohio. This is what we're talking about here today. We're talking about a family of people who work hard, who have done well in society, and now are ready to sit back and enjoy retirement. Thank you. Where's the other one? This is why I moved out to Colorado. And a couple of other reasons.
There you go.